the best razor knives, and I've used razor knives for over 50 years, and they've changed a lot. And it's a really kind of a personal thing. Um, in other words, what one person may like about a particular razor knife, um, somebody else may hate. Um, it's all a matter of how it fits in your hand, and if you don't have one that fits in your hand really well, um, you're just not going to like it. I'm going to show you a few. I'm going to show you this one, and this one, and this one, and this is my all-time favorite. This is absolutely my all-time favorite. It's still in the package because my son gave it to me as a replacement for the one that's in my tool belt, and I don't want to take it out of the package. So you'll just have to trust me on this one. But I'll describe why it's really, really, really well. I mean, it's a really good razor knife. They're getting harder to find, so if you can find one of these, you want to buy a couple of them. Okay, so here's a really this one is by Stanley. All right, this is it's just a very utilitarian razor knife. It only holds one blade. You have to press, of course, this button here down to push it out to extend the razor. So it's like that. It's very lightweight. I think it's probably made out of aluminum. Um, and then if you need to change the blade, you use this little tab here. All right, so uh, I don't like this one very much. It's a little too fat for me. Um, it's got a really nice rubber grip, so if you're working in wet conditions, that'll help hold things. But it's a really, really basic razor knife. Um, here's another Stanley one. This is a little fancier, all right? What's interesting about this particular razor knife, I know it's kind of hard for you to see in this light. I'm out on my deck and I'm trying to keep out of the bright sunlight. I've got an umbrella up. Anyway, um, this one has got the exact same slide mechanism as my favorite one, as the quick slide. All right, it's got the exact same, but it's a really thicker razor knife, and the reason why is this is also it's also a pocket knife. All right, it's like two in one. So not only is it a razor knife, it's like a pocket knife with a serrated blade here, very sharp. So it's really um, it's a very interesting razor knife. And of course, to make the razor knife work, same old thing. You just push down on this and extend it, and there's your blade. All right. And it's really easy to change it. It's got a spring-loaded mechanism here that you lift up, and by lifting this up, just a little bit, it lets you slide the razor out. All right. Once again, it's called the Quick Slide Sport is what this one's called. But once again, it's fatter because it has to have the regular knife blade in it. So if you're looking for something slim and just a razor knife, I think you're going to really like the Quick Slide. All right, that's this one here. Look how thin it is. I mean, it's in the package, but it's very thin. All right, this is an incredible razor knife. Is all I can tell you. The Stanley Quick Slide. Here's one that's kind of interesting. I got not too long ago from DeWalt. All right, so this one is. Dustin, I'll answer your question in just a second. Hold on there, buddy. So this is a really interesting one. You push this button here, so it's safe. It's got a safety in it, so it won't bring the blade out on its own. You got to push this little button. So when you push this button, I'll do it. I know it's hard for you to see. So I push this button in, and then I pull it out the razor knife right there. And this is kind of an interesting knife. It's got a really great spot here, this indent for your index finger. So that's very comfortable. It's a little fatter than normal, um, but I've used this knife and I kind of like it. I really do. I kind of like this knife. Um, and it's really easy to change the blade. Same old thing. Right here is where you pull that up, and that allows you to get access to the blade and change it. You just lift this up. You can see that I can pull that out. And that allows me to access the blade. All right, so really, really interesting razor knives. There are many more. All right, there's all kinds of different ones out there. And hey, hi from Pakistan. It's great that isn't this YouTube live amazing? I mean, people from all over the world can watch it at the same time. I know it's all blown out in the background. That's Lake Winnisquam behind me. I know you can't see it because it's because I'm underneath this umbrella. Dustin, let's see. For all who have sinned. Okay, so Dustin's got uh, trying to pull in some religion here. All right. All right. Hi from Norway. It's great. Yeah, it's great that you're here. Um, I'm always interested too, just so you know, in the different tools that are available to you in your country. We don't have access to that. I have no idea what you use. I would love to see videos of that. So if you have your own YouTube channel, which I suspect you do, and you can make your own little video about razor knives, just upload a simple video and just if you put in razor knife, then when the rest of us in the world search for it, we're going to find it. All right. Um, Realize that I also do a weekly newsletter. If you're looking to get home improvement information, I'm the original home improvement channel here on YouTube. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Oh, my dog got her on the deck. That's one of the rare times she barks. But there's some squirrel or something down there she's not happy with. Come on. That's very unusual for her to bark. I can tell you that right now. Oh, that's pretty hilarious. I think we buy a lot of American tools, but Bosch. I love Bosch. I like Bosch a lot. I like their power tools. I've had nothing but great success over the years. I have a Bosch belt sander, a corded one, that's probably 40 years old. It works like now, like I took it out of the box yesterday. So I love the quality that Bosch does, and I've been to a couple of their editor events. Very very good company. They still seem to be focused on quality, which is wonderful to see. And remember that the difference between these power tools. I'll just kind of switch gears a little bit. When you see a really inexpensive power tool, let's just talk about like a cordless drill, and you see one that's say I'm just making this number up, $39, all right, some brand that's 39 bucks that you might buy at Home Depot or Lowe's, and then you see the identical drill, but it's $159. You would go, how can that be? Well, the difference is the cheap drill has probably got plastic gears, a really, really low quality electric motor. Um, they're just not built to do intense work. And I have personal experience with this. Probably 30 years ago, I was helping a friend of mine work on his deck, and we both had to be drilling things at the same time. He had a cheap drill. I had, of course, a really good one that I used all the time, and he started drilling, and in 40 minutes he completely burned up his drill. He had to throw it away. It was useless. So cheap tools just don't last. DeWalt, yeah, I know DeWalt has made a big name for themselves in the past 10 15 years. They've really come on strong. There's a big battle, I think, here in the United States between DeWalt, Milwaukee. They're trying to each get the lion's share of the market. And the big problem is that I saw this coming 15 years ago with these cordless tools. Is really, to me, I thought what was happening was that the tool manufacturers were they were becoming like the razor blade companies. In other words, the razor blade companies, they'll give you the razor for, I mean, the tool, the shaver for free. They just want you to buy the blades, and then you're locked into those blades. And that's the trouble with these cordless tools, is that you get locked into their system because the batteries are not interchangeable. But I think there might be legislation happening that is going to help and make batteries interchangeable. All right, which is what they should be. In other words, I should be able just to buy one battery. Think about it. You go to the grocery store now, or any other place, and you buy a AA battery. You can put that AA battery in 1,000 different things. All right, that's the way it should be for power tools. Like I may want to buy just Bosch power tools. I should be able to go anywhere and buy a replacement battery for it. It shouldn't have to be a Bosch battery. All right, okay. Let's see what Posh says. Fun fact: NASA was part of making a cordless drill when they were creating tools. I don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. The first cordless tool I saw was probably 40 years ago. It was a tiny little, my heating and air conditioning contractor, 9.6 volt little nut driver by Makita. It was his favorite tool. It was literally the first cordless tool I'd ever seen. So, All right. Well, I'm going to sign off now. I appreciate you watching. Remember, razor knives, to my opinion, this is the best one you can get. The Quick Slide by Stanley. Really, real. I love mine. In fact, I wish I would have had it here to show you how worn it is. I've used it so much that I don't want to say I've worn it out, but you know, the paint saw, it doesn't look new at all. But my son just makes fun of me all the time with it. So I'm not gonna take this out of the package ever, so that when I die and he cleans out the garage, he'll find it and then maybe he'll keep it and give it to his son. Who knows? All right, I'm Tim Carter, Ask the Builder. Hi there. Oh, what? Before I sign off, I see you've got a question. What's your question there? SH Shady, I guess. Send me what. Let me know what your question is. Milwaukee is made for in Germany, China. Some. Yeah, absolutely. I need to create a rafter for a 20-foot garage door. What beam should I use? That's a really, boy, that's a long span. So here's the trouble with that. I can't tell you the size because I don't know what the load is on top of that beam. You might not have any load. You might have all kinds of concentrated loads. It's really not a simple thing, but I can tell you for a 20-foot beam, um, you're probably going to end up going with uh, you're going to go with 2 by 12s, and you're probably going to have to sandwich into it what we used to call what we call a flitch plate. So that's a piece of 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch thick steel that's probably 11 inches high. A 2 by 12 is 11 1/4, and then you have to get the steel company to punch 9/16 holes in it. All right, 9/16 holes, and they need to be probably 2 feet on center, staggered, 2 rows of those, so that you can through bolt the the steel, the piece of steel in between two of those 2 by 12s. Think of like an Oreo cookie, all right? And the white part of the cookie is the steel flitch plate. That will be extremely strong. I'm also going to tell you right now, it's going to be extremely heavy. Probably going to need 6 people to lift that up. That's a really big piece of steel. And then with the 2 by 12s, it's going to be a lot of weight. Um, so, all right. Oh, flat. Yeah, flat roof. That's a lot of weight. Depends on which way your choice of one. But anyway, flitch plate's probably the best way to go because you're not going to find. You can also maybe find a micro lam beams. You can get micro lam beams. I think we can get them here in the United States. That'll span that distance easily. You'll have to look at one of their span tables to see how high to go, how high that has to be. But you can get micro lam wood engineered wood beams that'll work as well too. So just go ahead and go to an old-fashioned lumber company and ask about micro lams, ask about engineered joists, micro beams. There's all kinds of really great engineered wood products that'll work in that application. All right, you're very welcome. Thanks very much for watching, and I will be doing more of these. It's really spontaneous. I just pick a time to do one and come on live and do what it is. So sign up for my newsletter, Ask the Builder. Go to askthebuilder.com, sign up for my newsletter, and I'm happy to help you anytime. All right, I'm Tim Carter, askthebuilder.com.